In this video, I'm going to show you how to find real estate investment deals online and how to quickly gather information about a property so you can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to research this property further. Do you want to do some due diligence on it or what have you? Or maybe if it's just a property that really you should just leave it and move on to the next one. Now, you're also going to learn what BirdDogBot is actually doing behind the scenes and how it finds real estate investment deals for you. So with that, let's get started. What I like to do is I like to first start on a site that has a whole bunch of property listings available for sale. I like to use HomePath as one of the sites to gather some of these listings. Now, what HomePath is it's actually a site by Fannie Mae, which has all sorts of, like it says right up here, search for thousands of foreclosed homes instantly. So here's how we use HomePath. First, we'll just type in, for example, a city. So let's just pick one. I don't know. Let's go with Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and then we will pick a price range that we were looking for. So let's look in the 40 to 80,000 range, 2-bedroom, 1+ bathroom, and then we just click on search. So from here, we'll see all of the property listings that HomePath has available for us to look at. So we'll see here at the bottom there's a total of 46 of them that meet our criteria. So then what we do is we just simply start looking through each of these properties one by one. So I'm just going to take a look at the first one just to see what we have. So what we have here is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 880 square feet, $74,900. Also, the other nice thing HomePath gives you is you can take a look at some pictures of this property. So we can take a look here. This property looks like it's actually in pretty good condition. But good condition isn't necessarily what we're always looking for. But here's some other cool things that you can see on HomePath. It's got some information about the property, a little bit of a description for us. We can take a look to see who the agent is, who it's listing, how we can get in contact with them and maybe make an offer on this property. It'll also have some tax roll details and all sorts of other information that you might just want to know about this property that you're about to invest in. So really all we have to do is just keep going through this list and gather these properties, and then once we have one that we want to look at, we need to analyze this deal a little bit further and see, is this really actually a good investment opportunity. So what I like to do is I like to go to this site over here. It's called Zillow.com. And what Zillow is, if we click on the About Us link down here, is it says our mission is to empower consumers with information and tools to make smart decisions about homes, real estate, and mortgages. Zillow is a home and real estate marketplace dedicated to helping homeowners, buyers, sellers, blah, 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 and to share vital information about homes, real estate, mortgages. Okay, so that's basically what Zillow does. You can read all about them on this page here, but it's a great site for us to gather all sorts of information about a particular property. And let me show you how this works. So let's go back to HomePath one quick second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this address right here. Okay, copy the entire address from the address to the zip code and go back into Zillow, and then we are just going to paste that into here and then click go. Let's see if Zillow finds the property. Yeah, Zillow has found this property, and we can see that in this case here, Fannie Mae wants $74,900 for this property. Zillow is estimating that this property is actually worth $68,800. So right away we can see that this property, there's probably not going to be much room for us to make any profit on it, assuming that this estimate was entirely accurate. But let's take a look at what other information Zillow gives us here. So we can click on this details link. And in here, once again, you can take a look at some more pictures of the property. It's probably the same ones that we got from HomePath, but here's the interesting thing about Zillow. Down here is the Zestimate, like we talked about. That's their lingo for what they feel that the market value is on the property. We can see a price history. Now, this property is not a great example because a lot of times the price history will actually go back a lot further than just this one here, which looks like it was just November 18th, which was just a few days ago, and we can see that it was listed for sale. Again, it'll have some tax history and some more information about the home. Some other neat things that you can see on Zillow, on the right, you can see some similar homes that are for sale. So again, you can use this to help, pinpoint more what you feel that the actual market value would be worth. And you can also see some nearby similar sales. So these are what these houses have actually sold for. Now you'll hear a lot of talk about, how accurate is this Zillow Zestimate. And the truth is, it's not necessarily entirely accurate, but for our purposes, all we really need is a starting point to gather an idea, right? If we're going to look at this further, then we're going to want to possibly get an appraisal done, maybe get some comps from our realtor, or maybe even use a paid service. But really, at the end of the day, all we're looking for is a starting point. But if you really want to see how accurate Zillow is, and they're quite transparent about it, which is pretty nice, you can go to this page here, and don't worry, I'll include a link below so you can go and check it out yourself, because it's one of these long, ugly URLs. You can go to this page here, and Zillow will tell you, how accurate they believe they are. So in our case, we can you can click on any one of these areas and narrow this down any further. So let's take a look actually at the property that we're looking at. So I clicked on states and countries here. Let's go to Florida. And then this is a list of all the counties in Florida and how accurate Zillow is. Let's take a look. What county are we in for this one here? This was in Broward County. So let's find Broward in this list. And it would be really nice, there it is, if they sorted this alphabetically. So in this case here, we can see that there are 830,000 homes on Zillow in Broward County. There are 796,000 of them with a Zestimate. So that's a serious, pretty good percentage of them. And then from here on the further to the right, we can see how accurate Zillow believes their prices. So if you want to be within 5%, you can see here that roughly 30% of the Zestimates that they have on their site are within 5%. Now, if you move all the way up over to the far right here, we can see that 75% are within 20% of the Zestimate. So 3 out of every 4 homes are going to be within 20%, and roughly 1 in 3 are going to be within 5%. So there you go. Use this information just as a gauge to see how accurate is the Zestimate that you received for the property you're looking at. How accurate is it relative to how accurate Zillow thinks it is, if that makes any sense for you. The other thing you might want to know about Zillow as well is they're actually a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. I mean, I'm not sure if that adds any credibility for you or not, but there you go, there you have it. So you see, this entire process here is actually quite simple to do, but you could imagine going through thousands of these properties would eventually get quite tiresome, and that's the real value that BirdDogBot has to offer, is it automates this entire task. Like really, you don't need to look at pictures, for example. All you want to do is you just want to crunch numbers and just look at the properties that actually have potential of making money. Now let's take a look at how BirdDogBot can automate this whole process for you so you don't have to waste time digging through listings and crunching numbers. If we log into our account and go over to our search projects, you'll see that in this account I have 3 search projects already created from before. These search projects will constantly be monitored by BirdDogBot for new property listings, as well as any changes to any existing listings. You'll also notice that once they're set up, you don't have to keep coming in here and filling out forms. Also, by having these search projects enabled, you don't even have to log in and run searches at all. BirdDogBot will automatically run these for you on a daily basis and just send you an email with the results. This keeps you up to date with all the good deals in your market. And the best part is, you don't even have to do anything after it's all set up to your liking. Setting up a search project is as easy as clicking on the Add button and then specifying where you want the property to be located. You can also specify the number of bedrooms and bathrooms as well as the price range. If you go over to the Filters tab, you can also specify the types of properties that you're looking for. This can be done by specifying the listing status of the property. So for example, you can look for sale homes, or for sale by owner, or foreclosed, or whatever it is that you're looking for. Plus, you can also specify the type of property that you're looking for. So this could be something like single family, multifamily, condos, or again, whatever it is you want. And this is as simple as turning on the ones that you want and turning off the ones that you don't want. And finally, on the Analysis tab, you tell BirdDogBot how you want the property to be analyzed. You can make your analysis as simple or as advanced as you want it to be. I cover what these settings do and how they work in another video, so I won't go over that again here. And that there is how you find deals online and estimate market values. If you're not already a BirdDogBot subscriber, come check us out at www.birddogbot.com. Thanks for watching.